Built on the side of the old Gator Bowl and incorporating a few pieces of that former stadium in its design, this is Everbank Stadium, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Cam Little after the opening kick. And we're off from Jacksonville. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready?
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Shotgun snap now to Young. That one's taken in by the rookie out of Utah. 3 inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take a 6-0 lead right away. Man, this offensive season has barely begun, and they are already, Brock, celebrating in that end zone. I mean, still basically a full 17 games to go. So far, so good.
Pay off all of that off-season work. The OTAs, the mini camps, get into preseason, training camp, all of it. And you can't do it much better than that.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Parker Washington with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he takes the return out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Hey, Lion! Here we go.
Here's the first carry for LeQuint Allen. And you hate to see it on a rookie's first carry partner, but he is welcome to the NFL with that hit behind the line. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Tyreek Hill, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Legette with a return here. This makes it up to the 25. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Set, ready, set, go!
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
43. Ready?
Design quarterback run here. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
It's really hard, Kate, to get 100-yard games, right? Defenses in this league pride themselves on keeping rushers short of 100. But if you're going to hit that century mark, it's going to take runs just like that one.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
45.
Running back sent in motion.
Blaster, 6.
Young working from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Coverage by Jarian Jones.
Come on, steal, black.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Slide blue, 32, check Spears. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 50, green. Ready.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flushed out of the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Fourier Oluokun with the pick. The 50. The 30. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Here's carry now. This is Bashal Tu'u. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Lion. Hot.
Lawrence in the pistol. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He gets with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10.
You're doing black. 33, yellow.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like. It's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Okay, break.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go now. Cut.
Young throwing here. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first. We've set it downs from 37.
Set, ready. Green Jack. Ready.
Hubbard quick on the draw. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Come on, set. Cut, cut.
Looking to throw, Young. Short pass brought in. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
On the double.
19 yards. First down, Carolina.
Ready. Striker. 3-3. Set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Set, cut. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he's just a little bit short of that first down. They stop him at the 33.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Set.
Young's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down, Panthers.
Set. Cut, cut.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. He'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Time for our 2nd quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Ready. Ready.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 43. Right. 97. Set. Cut.
Drawing up the design keeper. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Vacates quickly left side. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Inside give here for Tootin. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Hey. Go good. It's hot.
Lawrence looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, Ron. Hey, James, there's 30 left. Hey, I'm gun.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 45, one. Fight, kick, go. Set, go.
Young looking to throw. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready?
Handoff running right, Hubbard. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Down. Slide through. Hey, check mega. Ready.
Young to throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ventrell Miller. And the Jaguars are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
23. Focus, hot. Here we go.
Ronnie from the pistol. It's Tootin. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 45-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Red on red. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
13 yards.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Panthers countering with a dime package here. 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Soko, hot.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the... This is brought in at the 15. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Jimmy Horn here on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Caught out left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
Here we go. Set. 52 boom. Ready.
Young on 1st and 10. This is Legans working the left side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Come on. Set. Hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Faster.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5
Come on. 38.
at the 40-yard line.
Hut.
Here's a design run. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Set. Ready. Blue 32. Watch out, man. 50 Spears. Set.
1st down, Young. He's got him. That's McMillan. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Right through. Red. Steal. Check steal. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
Hurry.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
3. Set.
From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5
Go to me, Red.
at the 11-yard line.
playing with Hubbard out of the gun. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and goal. The 4-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Let's go now. Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. And he makes the catch for the tip drill touchdown. The Panthers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completes it to his back, LeQuint Allen. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds him on the slant. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10.
Hey, go! Hot.
Hand off to 2. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Hey, Jason, attack!
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the right and hauled in by Jones. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29.
Number 18. It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Hey, lie.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
Finds his running back. This is Bashul Tutu. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Hey, 11 Agate. Hey, Ginger. Dutch, Silver.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Soka, hot. Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they make the stop. I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Now Lawrence. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Lawrence in the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Hey, Soko, it's hot.
Right up the gut. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13.
Same red on red. Silver.
On the give, it's Tootin. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hey, Lion.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
4th down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it.
Hey, son, 11 Agate.
Looking to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Lisa 24. Silver.
So go with it. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Hey, hey.
He gets it again. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
He'll throw it. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
33, 12, 10.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Complete out to the right side. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Panthers first.
The 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Block 40. 10 seconds.
Young looking to throw. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Blue 32.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner.
Ready.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Set. Hut.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. Space past the 35. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Young on 1st and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set now. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Check white. Set.
Handoff out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
11. On the red. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Forced out to his right. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception is so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, break. Let's go. Fight, number 7. Check, cut.
Play action now. Young. Has it at the 7. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
33. Ready.
1st and goal. Hubbard. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey,
Now it's Tootin. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
16 yards. And the Jaguars.
They'll go again here with Tootin. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
red on red. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That pass caught by Strange. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Throwing to the back of the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. For a second, we both thought he'd get the 1st, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Cade, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
He's got Jones for the completion. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Go, let's go.
From the red zone on first. And it's dropped underneath. Tootin.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. We try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? It's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the one.
Easy.
They'll try with Tootin. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up fourth and goal. Desperation time here. Taken in by Hill, right side. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now within one score in the fourth. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His third through the air this game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance. I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
And the Panthers secure that kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
Check pitch. Set.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Panthers leading by 8. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Set. Hut.
They run again with Hubbard. And they're going to be set up with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal.
Here we go. Set.
Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers lead by 15 now.
42. Jaguars 27. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Tootin headed left. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Hey, run!
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Trying to push deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers. And it's been done less than 50 times in league history. And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Panthers 42, Jaguars 33.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Panthers secure that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now. Ready?
1st and 10. It's Hubbard. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Check.
Hubbard again. And he will have the Panthers' first down. And that's the last little bit they needed, Brock, to clinch this win.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready. 60 reps. Hut, hut.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.